out there in Tarot Land. I hope y'all are having a good day. It is Friday morning. I'm going to use some peaceful home water this morning because that's what kind of energy I am in today. Because we are setting the scene, correct? That is the title of the reading today. Setting the scene. Somebody is at a payphone on the road trying to call you. Collect call coming from. All right. That is the title of the reading today. But first things first, I am going to ring the bell. Open the energy. And then I am going to welcome you in because we have hit that minute mark. Welcome in, witches, bitches, twats, and thoughts. I'm Black Betty, and I am Karma's right hand. This is the Underdog Ministry. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all kick ass and take names. You guys are awesome. I would not be here without you, and I would not have collective energy to pull from if you were not interested. So, with that being said, I did an automatic writing session this morning during my meditation, and I'm going to share it with you. All right. Somebody is unimpressed with either a job, a person, a location, or a situation that they're in. I heard the saying, speak now or forever hold your peace, which is something that you usually hear at a wedding. And then the song Ready to Run by the Dixie Chicks. And I couldn't remember all of the lyrics or even the tune of it. I had to look it up. And it is like set in a wedding, and it's like Runaway Brides, okay? The next thing that came to me was location is everything. When it comes to buying a house, when it comes to opening a storefront, when it comes to where you get married, when it comes to where you go on vacation or your honeymoon, your vibe will change depending on where you're located. Ambiance is a real thing. You set the mood in a restaurant with the ambiance. You set the mood in a hotel with the decor. All right? So something about the ambiance. Somebody needs to find the right energy for their vibration. And then the song Breakdown by Tom Petty came through. I think somebody is gonna have it's like a moment where they just confess their feelings. Like they just got to get it out or they're going to lose their shit. Okay? So I'm going to roll the dice, you guys. It's headphone warning, and we are going to get some words out for y'all, and then we are going to get into the tarot. So, with that being said, Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael, benevolent beings of divine knowledge and grace, please be with me as I channel these messages here today. Please make them clear, true, relatable, and concise. Let them contain helpful, guiding information with nothing harmful and no lies. Archangel Michael, please surround me with your wings of light and cut off all energetic projections that are not for my highest timeline. Please and thank you. Amen. All right. Headphone warning. Shake them up. Shake them. Tell me about setting the scene. Setting the scene. All right, we've got detergent. Detergent. So laundry detergent, detergent that's like in certain fuels, could be dishwasher detergent, any of those things. Something about needs to be cleaned. Custy, C-U-S-T-Y. Somebody's getting the custy treatment. That's not good. Asshole tax. Somebody's paying more than they're supposed to because they're irritating. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. I don't know who it is. They can't help it. Bait. Somebody's trying to bait somebody into something. It's a trap. I heard suspicious eyes before I did any of the channeled reading or the automatic writing, and I didn't put it down, but I'm hearing it again. Dwight Yoakam and Elvis Presley both recorded the song, Suspicious Minds. We can't go on together with suspicious minds. Somebody wants forgiveness. They're going to break down. They're going to, like, lay it all on the line. Trap. Caught in a trap. Can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Baited trap. Somebody's getting the custody treatment. Wow, somebody hopes they can clean something up. They're trying to wash something, launder something, detergent, laundry detergent. Somebody's trying to launder something. Somebody's getting the custody treatment. They're being baited into a trap. The next thing I see is Nug, N-U-G. Something about a nug of weed. Gold nugget. A nugget of information. When I was a kid, we used to call the dry cat food nuggies. I don't know why. Go have some nuggies. Some crunchies. Wish. Somebody's wishing on a star. If they had one wish, they would take something back. They would change the world. They would maybe not order from the app. I don't know. Something about the Wish app also. East as opposed to west. Something about the sunrise as opposed to the sunset. Sid, S-I-D. I used to have a cat named Sid. Sid Vicious Barkley. But he was a cat. And he had one eye. He was rad. All right. So we've got the words detergent, custody, nug, bait, wish, trap, east, and Sid. All right. That could also be, unfortunately, I'm hearing sudden infant death. Somebody could have a baby that passed away from SIDS. My deepest condolences. And when I was younger, they called that crib death. And if that has happened, it's absolutely horrifying, horrible. I'm so sorry, and I'm not even going to mention that in the reading. We are going with the name Sid, as in Sid Vicious, the punk musician, okay? We've got detergent. Somebody's trying to launder something, clean something up. Something about someone getting the custody treatment. Something about being baited into a trap. Somebody might have wanted something to do with some, I don't know, nug of weed or a little tidbit of information. Like somebody might have been baited into being an informant. All right, we've got the world. First thing out. Beginnings and endings. Fulfillment. Something's done. Whatever somebody set out to do, they did. Somebody could have come full circle as well. All right. Somebody set out to do something and they did it. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Something's come full circle. There's a cycle that has wrapped up or is about to close. And somebody needs to say something or it's done. So we've got the Three of Wands. Somebody's getting their footing. Somebody's trying to, oh, thank you. I really appreciate you guys' love down there in the comments. You guys are rad. I really need it this week. It's been a rough one, you guys. It's been a rough one. So we've got ENTP. That right there is your, I'm an INFJ. For those of you that know, you know. Stephen Squires, I'm grateful that you have changed to quit calling me that. Actually, you're banned. I asked you last time to quit calling me a superior white anything. So you are done with the channel. Goodbye. You did not learn your role. Go away. Thank you. All right. So we've got somebody here that is really just looking out for their next, what their next step is going to be. How they're going to move forward. What they're going to do. How they're going to... what they're going to do next after this cycle closes, basically. Then we've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who has let shit slide for too long. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Broken promises. Somebody that is unwilling to do the work. Lazy. Pessimistic. A cycle is closed and they have to make a plan, but they don't want to do that. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Somebody is really unimpressed with this energy here. That's a whole, I'm gonna reshuffle. That was like 12 cards. I'm not pulling all of them. If it was 3, that would have been great. But and I get 3. All right. So we've got Strength in reverse. We have got the Knight of Cups. And then we have got the Nine of Wands. So somebody feels like, why bother trying? Somebody really has a lot of low self-worth. They don't feel like they should even put any effort into some romantic situation because, you know, once bitten, twice shy. They don't want to have to go through maybe fighting for something. But this is that moment. This is that breakthrough. Speak now or forever hold your peace moment. Because somebody's ready to run moment. Somebody is very unimpressed with this lackadaisical energy. Complacent, workaholic. But at the same time, lazy in effort. Like, I'll catch the hours, I'll catch the check, but while I'm there, I'm not doing the work. I'm just cashing the paycheck kind of energy. I'm just getting the benefits of a situation without actually investing in it kind of energy. Somebody needs to do something and they know it because the cycle is coming to a close. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Someone's ready to run. The Tower. Well, here's that energy right now. Boom. This is a shakedown moment. It's going to feel like a tragedy. Somebody's having a realization that it is now or never. And it's causing chaos. It's sudden. It's overwhelming. It's intense. Breakdown by Tom Petty. Missed opportunity. Somebody's stuck up. Somebody had a badass attitude and missed their moment, or might miss their moment based on not being willing to take this shot. They might cause themselves to miss the opportunity because they just doubt themselves here, they doubt themselves here, they doubt themselves here, they doubt themselves here. This person is full of self-doubt. But it's a speak now or forever hold your peace moment. Somebody is baiting you into a situation. Let's get this tarot deck out. Okay, so clarify. Unimpressed with a job, person, location, or situation. Clarify. That did not blend at all. Clarify that for me, please. Unimpressed with a job, person, location, or situation. 9 of Wands. Okay, so that's twice this energy's here already. Somebody's worn out. They're worked to death. They are worked to the bone. They are beat down. They are having a really hard time. Somebody might even have a work injury here. If you see this guy's arm is in a sling. All right, somebody might even have a work injury. They're run down. I'm getting a repetitive motion injury, some sort of tendonitis off of this. We've got the Empress here, right after that 9 of Wands. Somebody needs to be taken care of. Somebody needs some sort of healing, some nursing, some sort of nurturing, or good old-fashioned TLC. Okay? Justice is here. I think that this injury is going to even some sort of situation out with this person. It's going to force their hand in another situation. This is that speak now or forever hold your peace moment. Somebody's super exhausted. Just beat down by life. Possibly has some sort of injury. Or they're just unable to continue doing the work they're doing because it just hurts. Like they come home and they need bandaging. They might bust their knuckles all day, or they might, have to have some sort of massage on their back or heating pad or medication because they've got injuries internally, like a bad back or bad knee or bad elbow, something like that from the work that they do. Okay? I think that they're going to get what's fair here. I think there's going to be some sort of legal case, like a workman's comp. I think there's going to be... This is definitely a work situation, a job situation, or a location situation. Like somebody might need to be repositioned at work. Somebody might need to move to a different office. Somebody might need to take time off and actually sue their company for workman's comp. There might be some sort of lawsuit involved. Okay? 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. This person's losing a lot of money where they're at with what's happening with their body. 6 of Cups is here. This person really is loyal. They've been there for a very long time. This is somebody that's loyal to the company, okay? This is not somebody that's gonna just be trying to get a check out of the situation, okay? But this is someone that really, they're unimpressed with how their injuries or how their workload or how the fact that they're just getting beat down every day at work or with whatever they're doing. And it's unimpressing. It's like irritating to them. They shouldn't need some sort of health care or medical care or legal situation or to ensure that they're not trying to take the company for money and that they really are loyal to a situation. It's giving that this person should have been taken care of properly from the beginning and treated right from the beginning, and it wouldn't cost the company so much money because this person was a loyal employee. There's 2 different ways you can look at that. There's 5 different ways you can look at that, actually. But the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. This person is really trying to recover from their situation. They're, I don't know. This person's broke down. They're done. They're wholly unimpressed. They got to speak up. This person's ready to quit, maybe. That could be the ready to run. Devil in reverse. They want out of the this might be a work contract. They might not be able to get out of this job. Not every state or not every location that employs people is at will. Some things are under contract, under time, and you can't get out of them or just quit. Some people are stuck where they're at, and it's looking like this person wants to just leave. They just want to be let go peacefully. They're trying to get fired, I think. But I think that that's not the case. I think that they've been hurt so much by this job. We've got the 9 of Wands twice here. Somebody's been really beat down, broke down. Their body's been broke down. The carrot is being dangled in front of their face, so they work like a plow horse. And they're never quite able to reach it. And now this person has worked themselves to the bone. And they need some time off. They need some care. They need a break. They don't want to have to go the medical route where they need some nursing or some care. They don't want to have to go the legal route where they sue the company for workman's comp. This person's not after money. They really are a loyal employee, but they need some recovery time. And it's not in their contract. So this person might be trying to get fired here. King of Swords is here. They're speaking up. They know what's right and what's wrong. And they're still doing their job, but they're not quiet about what they're going through at all. Queen of Swords is right after that. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. So they're speaking up. And they might actually need to assert themselves, double down on the fact that they know what's best for themselves. They might actually need to seek some sort of legal team here. King of Swords and Queen of Swords might need a legal team. And 3 of Cups in the reverse. This person's not trying to get one over. They're not celebrating. They're not out there having a good time. They're not having an easy time of life right now. Okay, this person has to make some sort of adjustment. They've got to make some sort of plan because what they're doing is coming to an end. I don't think that they physically can do the work anymore. I think people are characterizing this person as lazy, as dull, as complacent, as a perfectionist. But the thing is, this person probably really likes what they do. They probably enjoy their work. And they probably just don't have the physical strength or capability to keep doing it anymore because they're being run into the fucking ground with no break. They're low energy. They're broke down. People want their resilience. Like, oh, you just got to keep going. Just got to keep going. Till what? Till complete breakdown? Till complete breakdown. And then you're going to say this person is mean. You're going to say this person is pissed off and arrogant and that they are lashing out. But they've been speaking about how tired and how injured they are and how they need a break, but it's not in their contract. This person's ready to bail. They need some sort of care. They need some sort of medical attention. They need some sort of justice in this situation, which could be going to some sort of workman's comp doctor. Okay? This 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, this person is not after a paycheck. They're not after a big payday. They are a loyal employee to this company, and this company won't even give them a break because they're broke down, worn out, need a break. And they're like, sorry, it's not in your contract. You're not allowed to use your PTO even though it's written into your contract. You're not allowed to do this even though it's written into your contract. 10 of Cups in the reverse. We're going to ruin your family life. Doesn't matter. It's not in your contract. Okay, this person here, their family's desperately worried about them. They're not acting themselves. They have no time, no care, no energy to give to the family. They're not hanging out anymore. This is somebody that used to be a family person, okay? Ace of Pentacles. They were so excited when they got what they got. They were going to be able to take care of everyone and everything, except for themselves, because it's not in the contract. They were baited into a trap. The Magician's out. Baited into some sort of dark magic contract. This person is stuck. Sad Squirrel in the reverse. Oh. This person's trying to think of a way to relieve themselves of the miserable situation they're stuck in. They're in some sort of contract. They might actually need to get a workman's comp attorney to address the fact that this contract might look good on paper, but it's not being honored. Like here, you've got 80 hours of PTO, which is 2 weeks if you get super sick. You know, after COVID, everybody got 10 days or whatever, right? 10 of sorts. If you get super sick, but nobody's being allowed to use their PTO to be able to stay healthy, to continue working. You have to be near death. You got to be on death's door. You got to be in the hospital. You got to, you know, that PTO is not for if you have a common cold. I think the PTO is for personal time off. Paid personal time off. And if it's written into somebody's contract and it's not being honored, then somebody needs to take that to the justice system. They're not there for a payday. They're there for the days they're already being paid for and not being allowed to use. The Devil in reverse with that bad contract. Clarifying its position over here. Literally mirroring this situation. King of Pentacles. See, this person is responsible. They do the right thing. They make the company money. Or their company makes money. This could be somebody that owns a company. This could be somebody that is like the head of a company and they're not even able to use the stuff that is like in their contract because maybe they don't have the employees to cover it. You know what I mean? Like there's reasons why contracts don't get honored and it makes it legitimate, but it's still going against what's written. Okay? Say everybody's supposed to get a 10-minute break every 2 hours, but all of a sudden, when 3 breaks are due, there is an influx of customers, and you just got to wait for 1 hour to get through these customers and help everybody and get your breaks a little bit later. That right there is questionable, and everybody agrees to it, but it's still not in the contract. Kind of a vibe, okay? I'm thinking that somebody here is having to work and work and work through hours that they're not supposed to be working, overtime they're not getting paid for because it's not in their contract, but they've just got to get it done because they've agreed to it. There might not be enough people. 6 of Swords. We've got 6 of Swords over here as well. This person wants to run so bad. They are ready to run. They're ready to ditch out. They want to leave the situation they're in, but they're stuck in some sort of bad contract. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is the wrong job for this person. The wrong environment for this person. Hierophant in the reverse. They do not obey their own rules. They break their own hierarchy. They break their own structure. This is not a good place for this person to work. It's not. That's this workman's comp thing. Somebody's really getting injured by this company. It could be pushed to the point of exhaustion. What happens if they run off the road and die because they're so run down and they've been complaining about it and asking for help? And if this person gets run off the road because they've had to work overtime with no breaks and no assistance and no overtime compensation, and then they die on company time, you think that the justice system isn't going to give someone a paycheck about that? It's looking here like somebody's going to get hurt because their work is ignoring the fact that they say they're overtired, they're overworked, they can't physically maintain the load that they're being given, and it doesn't matter. It's in the contract. They've got to honor what's in their contract. But the company doesn't seem to be honoring what's in their contract. This is why something needs to end right out the gate. Somebody is so unimpressed with how this situation is being handled with their own safety at work. They really need some care. They really need some time to heal themselves. They're not being given that, and it's going to end up legal if this company doesn't, this person's going to get hurt, okay? We don't want somebody to get hurt. Look at this tower moment. Somebody's saying, look, I'm really run down. I'm feeling really weak. I don't have a lot of strength left. I'm really tired. I really beat down. I'm feeling wounded here. I've got some injuries that need to be looked at. And it's just all of a sudden it's going to be catastrophic. Okay? That, like, the company may have missed their shot to listen to this person. This person seems to have lost a lot. Look, we've got the 10 of Cups in reverse up here. This has destroyed their happiness, their family life, their future, their quality of life. New Moon in the reverse. It's the darkest point in somebody's life. They've never had a darker moment. This person's deep into depression because of this. They've never been feeling darker in their entire life. Lucky is here. And while everybody's telling them they're lucky to have what they have, they're being gaslit by this company. You know how many people would be happy to have this job? You know how many people would be lucky to have what you have? It doesn't matter if you think that it is a benefit. If you are beating somebody down into the ground to the point where they're exhausted and there's a safety issue and it's unaddressed, and that's because the company's saying you should be lucky to have this job, guess who's going to be lucky to have a company in the end? I don't know what this, who this is. We've got transmute and relief. Things have to change. People need to get relief on their positions. There is something here. Somebody is being baited. This person's being purposefully strung along by this company. There's a snake in the midst, and somebody is being thrown everything to see how far they can be pushed. And the thing is with this person, they are going to work themselves until they break. And then who's going to come fix it? This person, it's going to be a relief for this person when they do end up having some sort of medical issue. It's going to force them to make a choice and close a cycle that they would not have otherwise closed because they're a loyal employee. Fire. Somebody's going to burn the bridge too. It's going to become a bone of contention, but it's going to really benefit somebody's life. Affluence is the last card out of this deck anyway. Like I said, this person's not after a payday. But when something happens to them because they were pushed beyond safety limitations, beyond physical limitations, their injuries were ignored, and they were told that they were lucky to even have the job they had, etc., etc. It's a bad contract. It's a bad deal. There is a legal team over here with this King and Queen of Swords that is going to ruin somebody's fucking birthday. 3 of Cups in the reverse. They're going to take somebody's fucking birthday away. They're going to take somebody's whole business away. Somebody's going to wish that they never pushed their employees this far. Let's get this oracle out. All right, please and Thank you. Tell me what is going to happen to the person who is injured. Is this a physical injury, a mental injury? Is this like an emotional exhaustion? Is this all of the above? It's workman's comp. Okay. Justice and 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody's not after a big paycheck, but they're going to get one. Maya, how she spins in reverse. This is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. This company's luck is run out. The way that they treat their employees is pretty disgusting. Wheel of Great Time, and time is up. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Wheel of Great Time. My, how she spins in reverse, and the Wheel of Great Time in the upright. Somebody's luck has run out. Big time. There's a deadline. There is a time limit. There is some sort of time window, a statute of limitations, hot seat, and somebody is in big trouble. Somebody at the top of this situation is in big trouble because this person, we've got the Nine of Wands that came out right behind each other, clarifying, back to back. Somebody has spoken about their injuries. Somebody has spoken about being run down. Somebody has spoken about being too tired. Somebody has been discussing how many hours that they're being pushed where they're feeling unsafe, like a bubble, and it's being kept insulated within the company. It's an internal issue, is what I'm hearing. It's not a safety issue. It's an internal issue. Okay. Fire of sacrifice. They would rather let somebody get hurt on the job than ever change the way that the job is designed. They're really willing to sacrifice people. Bad contracts. Run them into the ground. Oh, well, if they get hurt, we'll blame them anyway because they couldn't do the job right. Bait and trap. We know that this situation is going to make people exhausted. We know that people aren't going to be able to handle it for long. We know that people aren't going to be able to do things the way it's designed. You should be lucky to have this job. Oh, yeah, there's a legal team on this shit. King and Queen of Swords right there. All over these bad contracts. I'm hearing turn out the lights, the party's over. Profiting off of your employees like this and running them into the ground like friggin' disposables is bullshit. Purification on the bottom of the deck. That fire of sacrifice right there. Somebody is ready to burn the bridge. We've got fire here, fire here. All of a sudden, Beavis has entered the building. Fire, fire. Look, they didn't give a shit if you got hurt or not. They did not give two shits if it was your last day on this planet. You are replaceable. The job would be listed on Indeed within 30 minutes of your death notice. Okay? This is a money laundering situation, and this is why somebody is like, I don't know, running these people into the ground. Somebody's up here making all kinds of money off of these people that are working for them, that are being run into the ground like this, and I think there is a legal team on it. This King and Queen of Swords over here, back to back, yeah. Ball busters is what I'm hearing. Ball busters. These people break the bank every time. They will have your livelihood. They end companies. They end CEOs. These people come for the board. These people don't go for the managers. These people, these lawyers or this legal team here, they come for the board of directors. They come for the people making the rules, making the financial decisions. They come for the people that want to cut the corners so they can make the money off the backs of the people that are getting hurt while they're there. Ooh, somebody's ready to run. Speak now or forever hold your peace. There's somebody here that's hurt by this situation and they need to speak up. They need to speak up because like there's a time limit, a time window on whatever that they have happen, like a statute of limitations or something like that. a time frame, and somebody is on the hot seat, they're trying to keep something as an internal issue so they don't get sacrificed because they're the ones at the top making the decisions while everybody else is getting hurt so they can make some extra money. Oh boy, howdy. I don't know whose this is, but this seems like it's a big issue. Like it's more than just one place. But there is somebody here that is specifically spoken up. They're unimpressed with their job. They're unimpressed with the leadership and the response of management. They are unimpressed with how their logistics are being handled. They're unimpressed with how they are being worked to the bone. They are unimpressed with their injuries being ignored. They're unimpressed with the contract that they know is probably not viable. With the devil being in reverse twice in the same position, either way you look at it, no matter how you flip it, this contract is bad news. Bad faith, bad interest. Okay? And this person wants out. The injured person wants out. The cycle's done for them. They don't give a shit if this situation continues or not, but it ends with them, for them. This person may be taking this company to work, like court for workman's comp injuries. It could be that it's employment law, okay? Like not getting breaks, not, what do you call it? Not being paid for overtime, not getting compensated meal breaks, etc., etc. This legal team is going to run this company into the ground. When you break the rules, you got to pay some fines or you got to pay the consequences. It's looking like somebody's business and their work and their craft is done because they broke the rules on how to treat employees. This person up here with that 9 of Wands twice, you should be lucky that you even have this job. You should consider yourself blessed that you have this position. While we run you into the ground and break every employment law there is, and we'll just fire you if you complain. Fire of sacrifice. Fire, fire, fire. Okay? Shit. Fire. Hot seat. These people will just replace you. Like I said, if you died tomorrow, your shit would be on Indeed within 30 minutes of your death notice. And they want your loyalty to the company. Something about setting the scene. That 16 tons from Tennessee Ernie Ford. 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. These people here want you in debt to the company. You're lucky you have a job. You should be thanking me in this economy. Well, you know what? People that sacrifice their employees are the reason the economy is the way it is, because monopoly, once all the money's been had, you have to put it back for anybody else to get any more. So, game over. I think there's somebody here that's really going to put an end to a business. Workman's comp injuries. Mental health, physical health, run into the ground, no breaks, no paid meal periods, whatever it is. There is a legal team with this King and Queen of Swords here. And it's what they do is deal with dirty contracts, bad contract law. And they get people out of the bad contracts and get them a payday. Ooh, boy, things are done for somebody. Time's up. This sad squirrel in reverse. Somebody's getting beat, and it's all the way beat. They're done. Finito. Put a fork in me. All right, I guess the reading's done too then. I am going to close right there, y'all. I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out with me. You guys kick ass and take names. I could be back later. I will not promise that I will be back later because I tend to get tired in the evening really bad. But if I can, I will. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And remember, I say it every day and I mean it every day. If I can manage to not be a piece of shit after everything I've survived and been through, then so the fuck can every single one of you. Black Betty out.